Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today I figured since we had Black Friday upon us here in the US, why not show off what we've been grabbing. So, I've got a very eclectic mix here. Some of this I picked up in person, some of this I got a hold of through various sales online as well. So bear with me and we'll take a look at what I've been grabbing on the cheap. So first up, because you can see it right here, we finally got a hold of a Sister Davidians box from Raging Heroes. Now, as far as I can tell, these aren't the Kickstarter ones, so hopefully they're going to actually go together. We'll take a look at everything, I guess, as we go here. If you're interested, really, I can always do another video on this stuff. And I'm already spending way more time having to unwrap this than I had expected. So, yes, these are the ones on the sprue. Every model is its own individual sprue, and already I can see pieces floating around in there, so we're going to set that aside. I did see the new Sisters of Battle box was available today, but I'm not so interested. Alright, what else did we get? We got some later, not super later, but Dark Age ratchets, because why not have some weird post-apocalyptic bug-like exoskeleton things. And they have the stupid deeper bases that I can't stand. They're pretty big. We've been slowly acquiring a lot of post-apocalyptic stuff, and eventually we're going to get back to playing mutants and death ray guns, or possibly scrappers. I've got that sitting there. I've been waiting to read that. Okay, this is one that I had wanted for a long time, and I could never find him for a reasonable price, and I managed to get him finally. The one and only Kurt Helborg. Just funny because they were like, oh, well, you know, nobody wants this anymore because you can't run Empire or whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is the Finecast version. It is a legit GW one. And I always got to say, I've always liked the look of him, and I'm not a big fan, if you've never noticed, of human models in any way, shape, or form. But this dude is just so absolutely fabulous with that mustache that actually extends out of his helmet. And he's got those big, like, winged hussar-looking wings on his helmet as well. Quite impressive. We'll get around him eventually. I'm not sure what this is. Where does that go? The base, maybe? I have no idea. It has to be the base. Just looking at it, doesn't look like it fits anywhere else. Doesn't look too complicated, at least. I'm sure painting him is going to be a whole nother story. Okay, let's get this big box out of the way. Here we have a box of Prevailer Repentance. And if you've ever heard me moan and groan about a Dark Age box that doesn't need... Look at it, it's just empty. It's all freaking empty. No love for Dark Age, sadly. Of course, no super steep discounts on this stuff either, unfortunately. Now, these are humans, and well, I guess they are in a couple pieces. Hopefully you guys can see it there. They have these crazy-looking helmets on, and they're all traipsing around, and their brood friends are quite a bit bigger. I don't know what he's grabbing there. Puds. So it looks like there's two poses, one male, one female. You don't have a club. Why don't you have a club? You have a broken club. That stinks. Oh, well, it's not like I can go have Cool Mini replace them either these days. Seriously, where's your hand, dude? I don't know. I don't know where his club went. It's not even in the package. Okay, well, that's odd. Moving on. We'll deal with them later. Remember, there's cards and bases there if you were curious. We got a pack of Firestorm Armada leftovers. We were playing a game of Drop Fleet Commander the other day. It was quite fun, so... I miss Spartan games. So these are metal, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have a Shaltari fleet for Drop Fleet. Maybe I'll paint them up like Shaltari. I mean, they've got the, you know, pointy angularness. I don't know, they remind me of like Tyranid bioorganic things. Get a bunch of them in a box. Interesting, to say the least. Alright, what else we got here? a bone golem. Ah. This is one of the new deep cuts models. He's big. And I know there was a pre-painted version, and it looks like they based the pose off of it. And I'm going to give it a try with the contrast. I'm thinking I'm going to hit it with like the whatever their skeleton bone color is, and then I'll go back and hit all of the flesh tones with a red maybe. That's how they got it painted here. Pretty simple, but we can handle that. What else we got? So yeah, I grabbed a couple of the new deep cuts models here. Next up we have a signpost. Not the most exciting, but sometimes you just need to put your quest board up as the puds come to knock it over. Sorry, those aren't puds, those are ratchets. It's durable, it's not bendy, which is one thing I gotta say, you know, the deep cuts has over the bone stuff. Much as I like the bone stuff, nice and solid. Next up we have the grung. And I know my kid was really interested in the grung, and I might even let him try painting them. But they're like little poison dart frog dudes. They have like a priestly type, and an archer type, and a warrior type. Not the most detailed or complex, but you know, they're still pretty cool, and they got the little bases there too. Last up for our deep cut models, we've got some elven bards. And why in the world do we have elven bards? Because I don't usually care about bards. Well, I love the fact that this dude's rocking out on his lyre and it's making magic happen. And honestly, the other one just looks like a pretty scruffy dude hanging out in the woods. Not very bard-like. Makes just a cool archer. Actually, you know what? Looking at his clothing, looks like he would totally fit in with those other more samurai-inspired elf models that I've already painted up. And this dude's just getting down with his loot. Oh, too close. Alright, next up we have a blast from the past, some Relic Knights models. I've always wanted to build Betty and Lug, so what better excuse than Black Friday, right? Bunch of cards that I don't know if I'll ever get around to using. Well, if Soda Pop wants to send me my stuff, you can see here a lot of parts that I don't want to deal with right now. But I'm thinking I'm totally just going to cheat, and I'm going to spray him and just contrast him with the yellow, because let's make life easy. Next up, Harboneth, the Void Reaper, another Relic Knight model. And this one I was quite happy to get, because I got it for 10 bucks, which I figured, yeah, I know it's that rustic nonsense, but I've always been curious what this model looks like. I've never seen him in person. I mean, I've seen plenty of photos of it online, obviously, but in the flesh, I've never seen it. Oh, boy, there's all kinds of little crap there. That's my opinion on that. Okay. And finally, something cool. I have another Bushido boxed set. This is the Tengu Dissension. So this has 5 Tengu models, and as you know, here at Obscurities of Miniatures, we celebrate all fantasy races, especially those that are non-human. So these are pretty cool looking models, I gotta say. Sadly, there are a few human models included. You're not one of them. You're just kind of a boring little birdie dude. This is the one I was thinking of. It's just like a wild man. I like this guy. He's like in a pose, a fighting pose. You can see his blade. There it is. Got a two-handed stance there. And okay, here's some random person. I'm assuming you're supposed to be in there, right? I hope so. So basically, it looks like I have 2 humans, a male and a female. This obviously is a female, and then 3 birdies. We've got a rogue type right here with a bow, it looks like. We had the one with a very wobbly spear, and then our swordsman as well. So, cool. Nice, messy haul here that I'm now going to have to sift through. But, you know, that's half the fun of Black Friday, is looking for those deals. And honestly, I'm of the mindset that I don't want to spend too much because, you know, I want to enjoy as many of these kinds of models as I can. So, hopefully you guys are the same. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures saying thanks for watching. Hopefully everybody had a nice Thanksgiving, and hopefully you got all kinds of fantabulous deals as well this Black Friday weekend. See you guys later. Bye-bye.